Oh, we talked about it last time. Indiana Jones. So in India, in Indiana Jones, there's maybe cultural reference to the parents here. I think it's in the Temple of Doom. They're in the market, and a guy picks out a samurai sword and does all this sword stuff, and then Indiana Jones just shoots him.
Yeah.
And it's like that's it in principle, isn't it? Like you could do all this sort of stuff, and someone's just going to come and shoot you.
Well,
So
you
you
see
might as
those
well.
football videos where they're like showing like what they do in training in the game, and the guy like catches the football and starts like he stops and starts like tap dancing in place, and then someone just tackles him.
Yes, yes.
So
It's
again, guys, it just doesn't apply and like really think about the context of the game and how athletes are actually moving.
Yeah, I got some really good advice recently, and because there was lots of stuff around, like Andrew Huberman got called was being called out on a lot of stuff that he's not actually qualified to do.
Mhm.
But so I never really thought of it like this, and this is where critical thinking goes out the window. So for any parent that's out there, think about what you do for a job, or think about a subject area that you know really well, and then go and look it up online. Go and look up people talking about what you do as a profession online, and look at how much of it is bullshit. And then just apply that to your kid. Apply that to sport. And if you it could take you probably 2 hours to find the rich information that you actually need. And you have to also remember, even like what we do is we use social media to promote our businesses, we promote our services, we give a lot of time. And I really like this series that you're doing is calling out this stuff because it's really damaging. And when I think the UK statistics, kids are on social media from 5 years old. I think it's the youngest reported, but 5 years old online. And that's culturally just catastrophic. So if we are not saying to our kids, well, oh, you want to do this, well, go to the library and find out why.
Mm.
Go pick up a book and find out why you think that works. Because don't just trust what someone is saying on a screen,
Mhm.
because that's dangerous and it's not helpful, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, or start reading the Journal of Strength and Conditioning or Sport Performance on Google Scholar
Yeah.
and start
Yeah.
sifting through the research. I think that's so key, just asking questions,
Mhm.
reading, researching, even going as far as to DMing the coach, getting to know them. Who do they work with? What are their credentials? What's their body of work? Who have they gotten results
Yeah.
for? But even that with the results, I would say, kind of to the point you made earlier, that I don't think speed trainers necessarily built these pro athletes. These pro
No.
athletes were just genetically gifted, and maybe the speed trainer like made a few tweaks, but the
Hmm.
pro athlete was already fast and explosive. And I think
Yep.
parents need to get real with that too.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, I mean, there's a few different circumstances that you can really infiltrate and make change, but not to the degrees as you say. Like, if I take someone like Tyreek Hill, for example, my job would be to make sure that he feels fast on the day that he's playing. Noah Lyles, make sure he can make the bloody start block. You know? And long coaches, you think like Glenn Mills with Usain Bolt, he had him for 15 plus years. So he was able to nurture him over that long period of time for that one or two events, right?
Mhm.
In team sports, the reason why over the last 10 years, personally, the reason why I have achieved the results that I have is because culturally, team sport athletes don't start doing the things they should do at the right age. So when they come to me, 95% of the time, I'll get an athlete who's really good in the gym, who's good at their sport, but misses the gap in between. And so then that's when you specialize within it. But that being said, you could take 3 tenths off of a 3 to 4 tenths off of a 10 yard, 20 yard over a 40 yard split, for example. Like, I mean, one of the guys I prepped for a CFL combine, we took 4 tenths off his 40 in 6 hours because it's just small tweaks.
Mhm.
But if he had done that for the 10 years before, then who knows? Um, and so, yes, we have to be really careful about the what you call it, the level of significance our interventions are being shown as, right? And when there is ceilings, so if you've got a fast athlete and your kid is really fast, you don't need to keep chasing speed. You need to be chasing the capacities associated with it because they're naturally going to be quick. But can they do it for the full game, which is very different. And and then, you will see that's it's why I'm very conscious anytime I post something where we do speed timings, I will film it and then film the camera, like film the gate to show the real result because that's what's really important as well, rather than stitching it in um like with a sped up video and all those sorts of things. It's really disingenuous. Um, and from a brand building, right, Erica, I think you're doing something wonderful here because how do you how do you really make sure that the people that you're serving know that you care is that you tackle these issues in an eloquent way, not through the comments, not like calling that person out because that doesn't solve that problem. You raise awareness within your circle to then the ripples of that start to happen